Good evening, my friends. It's an exciting Wednesday here in Michigan as we get ready for the PGA Tour to hit Detroit for the first time in probably almost 10 years since the Buick Open took off and went elsewhere and decided not to play in Michigan anymore because, damn it, who really wants to come to Michigan? I don't know. But there's going to be some golfers here. They're coming. They're going to be here for the weekend. It's going to rain on them because, it's Michigan. And it's been nonstop raining. But anyways, we are Draft for Upside. We are beer drinkers, bourbon drinkers, gin drinkers. Hey, whatever, man. Just give it to us. We'll drink it. I am Johnny Danger, your host for the evening. With me, as always, Mr. Chris Emmerich down in Florida. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing okay.
I like it. Short and sweet. Also with us, way earlier than 8:07 for the second week in a row, PGA expert, failure of the Michigan Amateur Open, Adam White.
Not sure why the last part was necessary, but thanks for the intro.
I'm sorry, just a poke. I'll bring you beer tomorrow, make up for it.
I appreciate that. I will accept your offering.
I did say 3 weeks ago, future champion of the Michigan Amateur Open.
Appreciate that. Sorry I couldn't deliver.
I know. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exciting week though, man. PGA is in Detroit. I was down there yesterday checking the course out, watching some of the guys, getting a feel for how I was going to play. I feel like I'm pretty well prepared this week. It's going to be fun.
I like it. And I listened to at least an hour more of research than I ever usually do. So I listened to about an hour of research. So I'm ready.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love it. Christopher, any DFS fun for you? Have you been playing at all? I played a little bit this morning, and I am winning $30. Winning $30. That's correct. I said winning $30.
Well, that's good. I didn't play this morning, but I did like Matt Strom. I thought he was going to bounce back, and that price was irresistible. And that was probably one of the only things I was right about. But it was a good thing to be right because I think almost any pitcher that you picked, you're going to be wrong on. I guess I was right on the Padres as a whole, actually. But
yeah, man, Sale got blasted, huh?
Yeah, and so did Paxton, and so did Marquez to some level. So I mean, it's not like he was alone in that.
No, certainly not. Well, I put in $20 or $21, and I'm coming out with $30. So a $9 net positive, but I'm winning $30. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, you are winning $30. You won $30. You're going to get the crowns. You're going to get the email. It's going to say you won $30. That's what right. You won.
That's the most
important. You could be winning nothing.
That's right.
It could be a zero. So you're winning $30. It's a nice hit. I recommend that. After your mistreatment of Adam in the intro, that you take that $30 and you invest it into alcohol for him, so he forgets, your callous nature there.
It's true. I'm a terrible human being, but Adam has come to known that over the last year.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm learning. I'm learning that you don't understand how delicious barrel-aged birthday bomb is from Prairie, but hey. Each their own.
That's right. That's all right. But
you go drink a Pilsner, okay?
I love Pilsners. This is true story.
Yeah. Well.
What are you drinking now, though? You have to have something in your hand. I'm sure you do.
No, I don't. After the wicked hangover that I had today, I can't risk that tomorrow. Although tomorrow is a late day for me. I get to go into work at 11. I may get into a little bit of box wine, but I don't want to get crazy with it. So I may just stick to wild cherry Pepsi, maybe a Mountain Dew.
I don't know about you, Danger, but that sounds like a good reason to jump back on the wagon and get a little hair of the dog.
Absolutely. It's the only way.
Personally.
That's the only way is to jump right back in. That's it. I don't know any other way to handle it.
No, that's where he's going wrong. Now he's just sitting there in his own misery, not feeling any better. He could have a delicious cold beer in his hands, or even better, something hard.
Hey, look, I feel better now. Earlier today, I did not feel better. Not only that, but I had some pretty wicked gas too, and I don't know where that came from.
God. All right, good to know.
These are all wonderful things.
Knowledge is power.
I'm drinking a little Knickerbocker gin from New Holland Brewery and Distilling Company, and on the rocks with a splash of soda, and it's delicious. I'm really enjoying it. It's a beautiful day in Michigan. It hit about 84 degrees and sunny today, no rain. It just felt appropriate. I felt like I had to have a nice, light, easy drinking liquid to just get down on this show with y'all.
Well, this is the time of year where your weather is a little bit better than mine. It's been 95 to 100 degrees for the last month. But it hasn't rained in about a week, so, take that for what it's worth. It's hot. Let me tell you this. Yesterday, I was in front of the car. I had the hood open. I was doing some diagnostics. It was so hot, though, that the iPad came back to me and it said, iPad too hot to operate. Please give time to cool down. And it would not allow it to operate. It was so hot until it cooled down.
I've had that with my phone charging in my car before, where it's like, too hot, charging suspended.
Yeah, and I've never seen something like that. But
yeah, I've seen it. So I changed up that lineup I sent you for the night slate, where I had both the bargain pitchers in. Let me get back at it here. Let me find where I did here. I don't know what I did. Live lineups. There we go. So what did I have in there? I had Gallon and who was the other cheapie? The guy cheaper than Gallon. Valdez, yeah. So I took Valdez out and I put Odorizzi in. So I ended up with Odorizzi and Gallon, Grandal, Votto, Dietrich, Moustakis, Russell, Yelich, Al Almara Jr., and Jake Cave.
Interesting.
So, we'll see. Al Almara's hitting leadoff today, so we'll see how that goes. I think that's the return of Dallas Keuchel, right? Is it his first game back tonight?
No.
I thought
it's like his second or third.
Is it his? Man, I don't pay any attention.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a Vargas day, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. The Vargas day, it's a better day. There were a lot of options on the lower end that were kind of interesting. Actually, I had no problem with Framber. Pittsburgh kind of struggles against lefties, and that lineup does not necessarily intimidate me. And he's had some good starts. His last one against the Yankees was going well until it wasn't.
Sure.
Odorizzi, has had a great year and has a decent matchup, but at the same time, this guy's playing above his head, so you've got to expect it's gonna change at some point. You just hope that it doesn't continue to change as it did from his last start, I guess. But that's a good price for him.
Yeah. Not bad at all. So, Adam, you sent me over a article for PGA. We'll get right back to baseball. I am working on it here. I'm going to let Chris get on a baseball rant, and I'm going to get it out to Facebook, put a link so people can get on it and read it and be prepared for tomorrow. So, just want to let you know I got that. Sounds good. And I'm working on it.
You got that, and you got this.
All right. We don't have any late games, Chris. The late games, I believe the last, I don't know, is there a showdown for a late game? I know the last late slate game was 8:15.
Yeah, it looks like all the games 8:10 or earlier, because I guess a lot of the West Coast games were earlier today. That's right. It's kind of odd, but I guess that would be nice if you're in your contest. You would know that you won or lost around 11 o'clock, or probably earlier in most cases. But
that's true. Well, let's take a stab at a showdown lineup here. We haven't done that in a couple of weeks. So we have Seattle at Milwaukee starting in just under an hour, and let's take a peek. We have Mr. Karasiti versus Mr. Hauser. So first of all, is Karasiti operating as an opener today? Which yes. I believe he is, right? With LeBlanc coming in after.
Yep.
Any interest in that? I mean, I don't really like either of those guys, so I think this is going to be mostly a Brewers spot for me.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of showdown that I don't actually like. I mean, if I'm going to target a showdown, I think one of the things that I like to do or I like to see is that I like to have some confidence in one of the two pitching options, so I can put that person in my captain slot and kind of take it from there. When you get a matchup like this where you really, you don't have that on either side, it's kind of a full fade for me. But yeah, I guess you could put Hauser in there in your captain slot and just hope that the offense is evenly distributed, because I do like Braun, I do like Grandal, I like Yelich and Moustakas, and I definitely think you're going to get a couple home runs out of the Brewers. The only thing is trying to target a guy that's going to hit two of them, because that's ideally the guy that you would want in your captain slot. But with Hauser, I would imagine, and I'm not looking at the pricing here, I'd imagine going with somebody like him gives you the ability to maybe stick a couple of those other guys in there.
So Hauser is regularly priced 9,000. Captain slot is 13,500. So he is about the same price as Grandal.
Yeah, well, look,
it's Grandal, a little high. But
yeah, I mean, Grandal certainly has the higher ceiling. He's a guy who can hit 2, even 3 home runs and put up a 30 or 40-point game. I don't think Hauser has that in him, but I think Hauser getting 10 or 15 points is going to happen more frequently than Grandal, getting 10 or 15 points, I guess.
For sure. He is leading off today, which is an added bonus for him.
Sure.
Actually, when I was flipping through this, my probable captain target is a guy like Ryan Braun. It's only 11,400 to have him in my captain slot.
Yeah, again, you're just hoping that you pick the right hitter and you can put the other guys in there. So I don't mind that at all. I mean, I don't think that it would be terrible if you wanted to go the other way and go with some of these guys in from the Mariners. A guy like Malik Smith, who's just been playing out of his mind recently, and he's a threat to steal 1 to 2 bases every time he gets on base, and he's been getting 1 to 2 hits almost every game for the last 7 to 10 games. You throw into the factor that he could walk. I think he's a pretty interesting candidate to have from the other side of it.
Yeah, I don't man him. Santana, of course, is a powerful batting third for them. Not a bad spot for him. Vogelbach is all right. I don't know. I don't even mind going down and looking at D. Gordon if you need to save some cap space.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, this is not one that gets me excited. I mean, I did play the one, I think it was Sunday night when it was the Angels and the Cardinals, but I felt like I could input Skaggs there, and I think 6 times my ROI. I only did a $2 entry, like in a 5,000 person tournament, and I think I finished like 47th. Kind of kicking myself that I didn't put it in a smaller tournament with bigger dollars, because I think I had like maybe the 4th best lineup. I think most of the lineups were pretty chalky that ended up finishing ahead of me with a bunch of ties, but it was a pretty good lineup. I felt good about myself, but nice. I don't think that this game is reflective of that. So it's just not the one that I would target. If I was going to target a showdown, and I don't even know if they have it, I think the Houston-Pittsburgh one kind of lines up a little bit better in terms of what I'd be looking for from a showdown opportunity.
Yeah, I think this is the only showdown tonight. This is it.
Oh, I got you. Well, yeah.
That's why we're talking about it. I like to talk it through with you. So, I think I'm going to go Seattle, because I think my first instinct for Milwaukee